Hello everybody and welcome to the new MA tips. Today I would like to show you a little bit of interaction between absolute and relative phasors using different sequences. Let's have a look at this playback section where I prepared some absolute positions. So I have a cue list with some different absolute positions fading between each other. And I have created a relative circle and an absolute circle. I stored those as presets and I used the presets to create different sequences with it. So what we can see is when I play back the absolute circle, the circle is running around an absolute position. And if I go the absolute positions sequence over here, we fade to the new position and the phasor stops. Running the absolute circle again, it's the absolute position circle and the next position will fade to the next absolute position. Now let's have a look at the relative circle. So we turn off the absolute circle and we use the relative circle. You can see that the circle runs relative around those absolute positions. So I can change the absolute positions over here. It fades to the new absolute position, but the relative circle continuously runs around those different absolute positions. Great. In the sequence settings, we can also find an option to stop this relative circle with our absolute positions. Therefore, we go into the sequence settings of our absolute positions, so we can press and hold the title of the sequence in the playback window, and we change to the settings over here. What you can see here is the auto stomp function, which is off per default. We have two more options, which says prio and on. Prio for priority, so only phasors with a lower priority will be stomped. And on, which stomps all phasors with the same priority. So we turn this on, and when we close the settings, you can see that the phasor already stopped. So we select the relative circle again. Our relative circle is running. We change to the next absolute position and fade into the absolute position, and the relative circle stops. That means for us we have many different possibilities to interact with relative, absolute phasors and absolute positions. So we have many possibilities to work together with them. So please check this out, stay tuned and see you next time for the MA tips.